class. This time we're going to be covering the Helepolis. This is back to being a Terran Hegemony mech.
Oh my god, I love him.
Uh,
Look at that big ass gun.
oh yeah.
What does that
Yes.
thing do?
The
So
guy
we
screams main character.
will get to that in just a second because this is an interesting one. Okay, so previously we covered the Battle Axe, which was released in 2459. The Helepolis here was released by the Terran Hegemony the following year in 2460. Now, this particular mech is meant to be a heavy at 75 tons, and it's meant to be an artillery piece. As with most of the mechs that we're covering now, these mechs either fall into one of two categories. They will either suffer from primitive technology and eventually be outclassed and replaced, or they will be colossal failures and utilized and produced only so far as they absolutely need to, and then be abandoned. That's what happened with the Helepolis here. It was proven ineffective on enough occasions that following the destruction of the production facilities in 2775, the unit was completely lost. There are a couple different versions of this, but this is one of those ones that failed so spectacularly that it's almost completely forgotten to history relatively quickly.
I didn't even know this boy existed. Look at the fucking damage on what's just called the sniper.
This
Yep.
guy could probably stop the clan invasion by himself.
No, unfortunately not. So, this original 1H version, this is the very first one. You will notice that despite it being a 75-ton heavy mech, it has a movement profile of 230. This thing is slower than all of the assault mechs we have covered so far. And in all honesty, there are only a couple of mechs that are either as slow or slower than the Helepolis. One of them we lovingly refer to as the three Urbies in a trench coat. We'll cover that one
The
eventually.
Annihilator.
Yep, we will cover that one eventually. You'll also notice that this particular model is classed as a missile boat.
I see.
It is not a missile boat. This mech is in desperate need of something to carry it around. It must be carried by a dropship, and it's going to need that dropship to stay close and on standby because it is going to take it forever to get loaded back up onto said dropship. Now, it does have 11 heat sinks. This is relatively okay. Primitive fusion engine, primitive gyro, primitive cockpit, primitive armor. Surprisingly enough, it does have an armor factor of 219, which is part of the reason this thing is as slow as it is. Its only weapon systems are an SRM-6 in the center torso, which is good, a medium laser in the head this time rather than an anti-pigeon laser, and a large laser in the left arm. These are all relatively good weapons, but considering it's a heavy, you kind of expect something a little bit more. Well, that's where we get into the sniper artillery piece. The sniper artillery piece actually takes up both the right arm and the right torso. It produces 10 heat, almost capping out the heat sink capacity for the mech. It will do a ton of damage when it hits, and the range is 18 boards, not hexes, maps.
I am a fan of that one.
Yeah. This mech.
So that means you're in close range all the time. In like a casual game.
Pretty much, yes. You are definitely within short range all the time with this thing. However, this is absolutely one of those mechs that is in desperate, desperate need of background support because of the simple fact that without that, it is going to just get eaten alive by whatever is coming at this thing.
I can already see now. Mine will explode in glorious fashion, but it will look good while it's doing it.
Yep.
I want you to blow up like a fucking nuclear warhead.
All right. Now, we're going to switch over now from the 1H to the 2H. But before we actually cover the 2H, brief side tangent to another version of this. Unfortunately, because this is another one of those experimental units, there isn't a whole lot on this one. So the HEP2X Helepolis is the original version of the 2H on screen. This particular model actually debuted in 2488, and for all intents and purposes, it's exactly identical to the 2H. It just has single heat sinks instead of double heat sinks. Because, of course, this is a Terran Hegemony mech. They get all of the fancy equipment. So, still 75 tons. Welcome back. We have dropped 10 armor points, so we're down to 208. We have replaced all of the primitive equipment with proper equipment. So, full fusion engine, full gyro, full cockpit, reduced the armor or the armor values, and actually installed armor scale, installed or reduced the heatsink count by 1, but replaced them with double heat sinks. So now we have a cooling capacity of 20. This has freed up a ton of room, as well as made this heavy mech now have a top speed of approximately 50 kilometers an hour. So we're looking at a movement profile of 350. It is still classed as a missile boat. It still has the sniper. The only real difference is that we have added an LRM 10. That's it.
So it's all the same equipment. It's just a little faster now and has a rocket launcher.
Yep. Oh, and
Not even like a.
they did also install a case. So if you do take a shot to the left torso, your ammo won't explode.
No, fair enough. Unlike the previous one, which you're just waiting to explode.
Yeah, you were waiting for something to get in behind you and punch through your back armor and destroy your ammo stash and blow you up. Again, this mech disappeared for a reason. After the Helepolis 2H, we go into the 3H. Again, not a whole lot different going on here. This is a 2625 upgrade, and all they really changed was the large laser is now an extended range long laser. So,
How quirky.
yes.
How creative.
Yep. Everything is essentially exactly the same. Your large laser now reaches farther. If this mech, in all honesty, if this mech moved a little bit faster, I would actually take this because artillery support is incredibly valuable.
I was looking for it on eBay just now, and apparently it doesn't even have a model.
Yep. You will most likely have to either find or commission somebody to make a file and 3D print it yourself. But
I may have a request later.
yeah, but all things considered, my regiment does include several artillery pieces because artillery is the king of the battlefield. All right, now the final one here is the 4H. This one is interesting. This particular model was introduced by the Vining Engineering and Salvage team after the Word of Blake left the planet Solaris 7. Vining Engineering moved in and built a factory. That factory was used to produce upgraded versions of the Helepolis. A couple things that happen here. They used endosteel chassis, 300 rated light fusion engines, which upped the speed, but they had to split the LRM into a pair of LRM 5s. So, still not great. You have a pair of LRM 5s instead of a single LRM 10 like you have on the 3H. A debate over whether or not that's worth it. Arguably, so that's going to be 2 independent lock-on checks that you have to do instead of just one. You'll have to, as a commander, you'll have to make the decision on whether you think that is worth it or not. The light fusion engine does lighten it up. However, for a heavy mech, movement profile of 460 is not terrible, still not great. I would prefer this thing have a little bit more movement to it.
It's not as slow as the Annihilator.
Annihilator
No.
is just a moving bunker.
Yeah.
It's 4 Orbeez in a trench coat.
As we kind of cover things moving forward, you'll kind of start to get a feel for why, even with this 4/6 movement profile, I'm not a big fan. This is just one of those situations of the mech is what it is, and there's not a whole lot that you can really do to fix it, unfortunately. This is post Blakist era. This is the best version of this particular mech that you will find. There's far better things available to you when it comes to this than this particular mech. So I will not be acquiring one from Vining Engineering and Salvage team. Okay.
They're trying to scam you.
Yeah. The Helepolis has the following design quirks. It has reinforced legs because of that giant artillery cannon. And
Yeah.
stable. With all that being said, we will end the lecture here. Any final words, either of you two?
My favorite was the Helepolis. I love the fact that it can fire down 18 tables worth of range. Wait, does it even have a medium and long range modifier? Is it just
Nope.
basic shooting?
Nope. Basic shooting. Short, medium, long, 18 boards.
Damn. I need to grab one. I need to find a way to get one of those.
Well, once we've gone through everything from the Age of War, I am planning on running through some simulations with these mechs to kind of demonstrate their use and capability. But we will get to that when we get to it. As for right now, have a great rest of your day, everybody.
Real
And
fast, was there anything Rabbit wanted to say?
oh yeah,
Does he have any thoughts on it?
Rabbit.
Rabbit.
Hello? My
Any
mic is
final
going weird.
any final thoughts?
I'd say it'd be nice to have models of these again
Yeah.
for tabletop.
Yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of these are because these are Age of War, and Age of War stuff does not have the coverage. It's kind of this untouched time period because it's very messy historically. We will not be seeing a lot of these mechs in miniature form. So,
Does it have to
sadly,
deal with the big bad Harmony?
yep.
Uh,
Well, with that, have a great rest of your day, and class dismissed.
Goodbye, everyone.
goodbye.
Goodbye.